is very much required. So setting that tone, I would move to the next slide, which talks about the architecture considerations of a mobile device. Typically, when you see a difference between a desktop and a mobile, desktop would have or the server side of it, where the web part of it is only specific when you get connected to internet. But from a standpoint of a mobile, you have a lot of architectural considerations which needs to be taken care. What are the typical different types of wireless interfaces it has? What are the different types of transmission types it has? So when you talk about typically wireless interfaces, you talk about Wi-Fi, which is the 802.11 standard. Then you have the near field communications, the NFC. You have a Bluetooth. You have an RFID. So there is a plethora of entry points and exit points to the data to be actually looked upon. Primarily, what do we try to secure in a particular application? It is the data. At the end of the day, the data is governed by the CII trade, the confidentiality, integrity, and availability triad. So when we're talking about these three triads, it's more about how secure or how confidential is your data, whether the data you have is actually the right data, and whether the data which you need to have it, which is the availability part of it, is it there with you. So in terms of that way we talk about it, the exit points and the entry points for a mobile is very high. And when we talk about specific hardware interactions, as we when we were looking at the analyst peak slide, they were specifically like you have access to sensors, accelerometer, which will talk about you whether you're in motion or whether you are standing or sitting, because most of the time your mobile is in your pocket or in your hand. So they would exactly know where your position is from the geolocation, that is the GPS, and the other communication hardware components like GSM, CDMA, LTE, which all provides an interface for it. And at the same point of time, all the most of the mobiles do have, with an exception of Apple, do have an SD card interface. So SD card, that's where is the removable storage. So what kind of information can be stored in the removable storage would also be a part of it. And also, we do need to understand that typically a phone does have access to a microphone and a camera. So what happens if somebody is able to click a picture out of your camera from sending an SMS to you, which gives you a control to the camera application? There are specific applications where you would specifically give, it's more about talking about luxury versus security. So when you want to have a luxury of where are you, where is your buddy available right now, with the geolocation sensor, with the GPS, you would be able to find him. But at the same point of time, imagine a situation where that application is being able to be hacked by somebody else, and it would give you a situation where some other person would actually know where your location is. What kind of activities are you doing right now with the help of your camera? So these kind of stuff would actually give us, in terms of when we are designing an application or when we are testing a say application of a mobile for the mobile, we need to be really careful about how do we look at these points as entry points and what kind of information can we look upon it. So in terms of the other part is the interaction with on-device applications and services. Let's take the same example. If you have a native application and an application is able to access your SMS or your address book, so that means itself a lot of information available to the attacker or to the person. So in today's world, nobody is actually acting upon the information they get immediately. Nobody attacks immediately. They do get a lot of information. They gather a lot of information, and they would make sure that that information is useful at the point when it is necessary. So that's where we need to be very careful in terms of getting the corporate address book. So the email syncs up with the corporate address book to your phone. So what happens if the corporate address book is lost? You would initially get a lot of addresses of the organization, the top management, which would actually can be used in any manner. So And in terms of interaction with off-device application or services, where is being stored? Typically, when you take a photograph for the kind of luxury, you send it to a Dropbox or a Picasa or a Flickr, or a Twitter or a Facebook. What happens if in this, when it is being cloud synced, the data is secure or not? We never know whether the data is being secure from the cloud perspective. So having the luxury and the comfortability from a standpoint of when we talk in security language, usability, that's a big problem or a big challenge being posed to any particular developer, and at the same point of to the test engineer to look at it. And what are the key encryption protocols are they using? Are they using something which is available from the iOS stack or the Android stack, or are they building up their own? Or they may really say that I don't need an encryption because I don't have any information to be passed on, which is not really important. But the point is, like, when you club it with something else which is importantly available in the device, which can be accessed upon, that point of time the encryption protocol gets into a paramount importance. So these kind of considerations and architectural issues should be looked upon. So that way it gives us a real understanding of how do we test the mobile application, and at the same point of time how do we actually develop it. So typically